Chair of Troop 33. Thank you for being here tonight to take part in honoring our newest Eagle Scouts. The presentation of the Eagle Award is an important and serious matter. It is the goal towards which Scouts work for many years. By the power vested in me by the Orange County Council of the Boy Scouts of America, I declare this Court of Honor to be duly convened for the sole purpose of presenting the Eagle Scout Award to Brady, Fendt, and Thomas Wilkinson. I would like to reintroduce Scoutmaster Matt Benasiak, who will lead us through the trail to Eagle.
We are gathered here tonight to mark the end of a long journey that all our Eagle Scouts have taken. The journey up the trail to Eagle. We are honoring tonight Brady Fendt and Thomas Wilkinson, also known as Tommy. Will the honor guard please escort Brady Fendt to the start of the trail? Brady Fendt became a scout in April of 2016. A tenderfoot, April 2017, second class in April of 2017, first class in August of 2017, star in April of 2018, life in November of 2018, and eagle in March 2023. Brady's Eagle is being awarded with 5 Eagle Palms, 2 bronze, 2 gold, and 1 silver. This indicates 25 additional merit badges. Brady, please continue to stand. Honor guard, dismissed. Brady's project was to build and install 2 little free libraries for elementary schools in his school district. He had started by designing the libraries from scratch and got to work directing the volunteers to build them. Brady has already received a positive response from the implementation of the libraries, and many children are excited to see what new books they'll find. Brady also worked with local libraries to provide books to these libraries when stock was depleted. This service will continue to be utilized for long after the basic installation of the libraries. Brady, please take your seat. Will the honor guard please escort Tom?
Brady and Tommy, please stand. The Eagle Award is the highest rank in Scouting and the most coveted of all awards in Scouting. It is the last major step in the Scouting Advancement Program. If troop leaders have not achieved their purpose with the Scout in the building of character, in the training of leadership, in the practice of service, they probably never will. It is right and proper that this court makes a careful examination of the application. The first consideration in the examination of the candidates was the proficiency in the various crafts and skills prescribed in the requirements for the Eagle Award. The Eagle candidates presented a record of the merit badges they earned and the advancement they have accomplished. These records have been carefully checked. The merit badge counselors, approved by the troop committee, have certified these candidates. This court finds that the candidates have completed all required merit badges. Another important consideration for the Eagle Award is leadership. This court carefully reviewed the record of the candidates' performance in leadership positions. We found all positions held in the troop, school affairs, and their Eagle Service project to be fulfillment of the requirements of the Eagle Award. We find that the candidates display their capacity and willingness to exert leadership in activities that are constructive and worthwhile to this community. We believe that they are qualified to receive the Eagle Award. Last, but certainly not least, is the Scout's character. We have interviewed teachers, religious educators, employees, employers, and many others regarding the candidates. It is the finding of this court that these candidates have put into practice in their daily lives the principles of the Scout Oath and law. We believe he will continue these habits after receiving the Eagle Award. Considering these inquiries, this court finds these candidates qualified for the Eagle Award. Brady and Tommy, please take your seats. Troop 33 is rich in traditions. Tonight, we will continue with one such tradition, the lighting of the Eagle Badge, narrated by Gary Owen.
The first responsibility of an Eagle Scout is to live with honor. An Eagle's honor is sacred. Honor is the foundation of all character. Character is what one really is, down deep inside. An Eagle will live in a manner that reflects credit upon his home, his church, his school, his friends, and also upon himself. May the white of your badge remind you to live with honor. The second responsibility of an Eagle Scout is loyalty. Without loyalty, all character lacks direction. An eagle is loyal to his ideals. To thine own self be true, and it must follow, as the night the day. Thou canst not then be false to any man. Neither pain nor profit, pride nor personal loss, shall swerve him in his loyalty. The blue in the emblem represents loyalty. The third responsibility of an Eagle Scout is courage. Courage gives all character, force, and strength. Trusting in God and with faith in his fellow man, an eagle faces each day unafraid and seeks his share of the world's work to do. Let red remind you always of courage. The final responsibility of an Eagle Scout is service. He extends a helping hand to those who still toil up the scouting trail he has completed, just as others helped him in his achievement of the Eagle Progress Award. The habit of the daily good turn must take on new meaning and blossom forth in a life of service. He protects and defends the weak and helpless. He aids and comforts the unfortunate and the oppressed. He upholds the rights of others while demanding his own. His code of action is based upon the belief that real leadership must be founded upon real service. Let the badge that you will wear remind you of the acceptance of the responsibilities it represents: honor, loyalty, courage, and service.
I would now like to bring up Assistant Scoutmaster Garrett Wilkinson to honor Brady Fendt.
Hello there. Welcome to the halfway point of the evening. So, this is where we have a little bit of fun. I'm going to talk about Brady. I've known Brady for about 12 years now. He was a tiger cub in my tiger den, in my cub pack, and in here, and in my venturing crew. So, I've been observing him closely for many years, much like Jane Goodall with chimps. It's a thankless job, but it's important, it needs to be done. So, without further ado, Brady Fendt always needs to be somewhere, often two places at any given time. If you call him on the phone, he is likely on his way to or from school, or track practice, or the gym, or the rehearsal for a play, or work, or a Rotary meeting, or occasionally Scouts, I'm exhausted just talking about it. Of all my scouts, he is the one most likely to have a conflict for a crew activity due to performing in, say, a barbershop quartet. Case in point, I believe he's even double booked for this ceremony tonight. Are you missing something by being here?
Yes.
So he's a bit overextended. Most kids these days are, but at least they can blame their parents. With Brady, most of this is self-inflicted. But I think I've happened upon an explanation. You see, Brady is a Muppet. So, let me explain. I am a firm believer in Muppet theory, a little-known, poorly understood philosophy that holds that every living human can be classified according to one simple metric. Every one of us is either a chaos Muppet or an order Muppet. Allow me to explain. Chaos Muppets are out of control, emotional, volatile. They make their way through life in a storm of food crumbs and small flaming objects. Ernie, Grover, Gonzo, Dr. Bunsen, Honeydew, and Animal are all chaos Muppets. I'd be the first to tell you that I myself am a chaos Muppet. Order Muppets, think Bert, Scooter, Sam the Eagle, Kermit the Frog, tend to be neurotic, highly regimented, and averse to surprises. They might resent the responsibility of the world weighing on their felt shoulders, but they secretly revel in the knowledge that they keep the show running. Your first grade teacher was probably an order Muppet. Now, neither type of Muppet is inherently better than the other, but they do need to be balanced within any closed system. Take Troop 33, for example. The key to keeping this troop running is that the assistant scoutmasters are almost all order Muppets. Case in point, Mr. Drake, Mr. Ward, and of course, Ranger Rick Freeling, the ultimate order Muppet. The scoutmasters, on the other hand, tend to be chaos Muppets. Mr. Thomas was a chaos Muppet. Mr. Schmidt and Mr. Benaziac both seemed like prototypical order Muppets until they became scoutmasters, at which point we learned the truth that they're chaos Muppets in disguise, filled with Mentos and Diet Coke waiting to explode. I estimate that it takes 2 or 3 adult order Muppets per adult chaos Muppet to balance this truth. I also think that's why the venturing crew never quite clicked. I didn't have enough order Muppets. In fact, pretty much everyone here today in a green uniform is a chaos Muppet, except for Brady. He is without a doubt an order Muppet. He wants to be in charge. On his first visit to the scout house as a Weeblo, he was trying to be a patrol leader during the open house. He loves trying to set rules for a bunch of ungovernable teenagers. He struggles with these same chaos Muppets when they don't listen to him. This is part of why his call sign within the crew is Mother. He needs things to be organized. His record collection is, of course, alphabetized. Don't ask him about it, or he'll start going on about how they're further categorized in some app. And he plays bass guitar. That has order Muppet written all over it. I'm not making this up, people. So pretty much everything about him screams order Muppet, except perhaps his love of procrastination. But that's a hollow tradition here with Troop 33 Eagle Scout Project, so maybe it's right on the point. So what am I trying to say? 1, I'm glad that he was able to squeeze this court of honor into his busy schedule. 2, that scouting has either helped give him the skills to manage so many interests, or it just gave him many more interests. I'm not sure where that one lands. And 3, although he may be a Muppet, he's one of my Muppets. Congratulations. Like I said, chaos moment. I'd like to now introduce Assistant Scoutmaster David Schmidt, who has a few words to say about Tony.
Would the Eagle Scout families please rise? We all know that a young man could not achieve the Eagle rank without the advice, guidance provided by his father and countless acts of support of his mother. Will the honor guardsmen please escort the parents to the stage and scouts pick up your Eagle badge and Eagle pins. Okay, Eagle nominees, please attach the Eagle pin to your mother's lapel while I continue. Scouts, your mothers have given you their unconditional love, encouragement, and support throughout the years, not just in scouting, but in your other interests and activities as well. In just a moment, your mothers are going to have the great honor of pinning the Eagle badge onto your uniforms. And likewise, Scouts, to thank your mother one more time for all that she has done over the years. You are honoring her with the Eagle pin, and please hand them their flowers. Okay. Now, I have the pleasure of asking the fathers to pick up the Eagle neckerchiefs and the Scouts to pick up their Eagle pins. Fathers, please place the neckerchiefs around the Scout's neck, and Eagle nominees will attach the Eagle pin to your father's lapel while I continue. As a symbol of what he has contributed to your attainment of this award, the court asks you to present your father with the Eagle pin. Scout, your father has stood alongside you over the years, offering his encouragement, wisdom, and support. Likewise, fathers, you now have the honor of placing the Eagle neckerchief around your son's neck. Not too tight. This is the perfect time for photo ops, too. All right, families, please take your seats. Eagles, stay on the stage and take a seat. I would now like to bring up Assistant Scoutmaster Garrett Wilkinson to deliver the Eagle Charge and Promise. Garrett, would you please join us on stage?
Would all of the Eagle Scouts in the audience please stand? That includes you too. I have the great honor to give you the Eagle Charge on this occasion of your formal elevation to the highest rank in Scouting. Boy Scouts all over the world are counted as one of the most wholesome and significant influences in the world's history, and you now take your place among these elites. Many successful and well-known persons are Eagle Scouts, including former United States President Gerald Ford, astronaut Neil Armstrong, filmmaker Steven Spielberg, and many other prominent Americans. The Boy Scouts of America now count you worthy of admission to their ranks. The intrinsic value of the Eagle badge is small. It can be purchased for an affordable amount at the Scout shop, but you will soon realize that its true value can never be calculated. By earning the right to wear this badge, you will find doors open to you, privileges granted to you, and opportunities presented to you that you might otherwise never have had. Others can claim a capability to lead, to serve, to achieve, but you have proven that you have the actual ability to do so. This badge shows that you are a leader, respected by your peers and by your adult leaders. There's no end to the Eagle Trail. Before you lies a responsibility not only to you and your fellow Scouts, but also to your God, country, and your family. The Eagle Scout badge is not simply a recognition of past service and achievement, but also is a warrant for future service and dedication. America has many fine things to offer you and your descendants, but these good things depend mostly on the quality of our nation's citizens. Our country has a great past, but it is you that can make the future even brighter. I charge you to be an active citizen, not a passive one. Be a leader for us, but lead us only towards that which will improve us all. Lift up every task that you do, every office or position you hold to the highest level of service. I charge you to use your strength and brains for the common good. Live your life so that those who know you or know of you will be inspired to do the same. Help us all build America and the world on the same foundation of clean living, honest work, and unselfish citizenship. Then, whatever you do, you will leave behind a record of which you and your descendants will be justly proud. Remember that many people gave their time and energy to assist you to climb to the Eagle summit. I charge you to show your gratitude towards these people by looking back along the Eagle Trail at those who follow and assist them one day to stand where you are right now. Eagle candidates, I charge you to formally enter the Eagle Scout Brotherhood by leading the other Eagle Scouts present in the Eagle Scout Oath. Though the words will remind you of those used when you joined Scouting, they will mean more today than they ever could in the past. You will be sealing your eternal loyalty to the code of the Eagle Scout, as did the authors of our Declaration of Independence by pledging yourself on your sacred honor. All Eagle Scouts, please make the Scout sign and repeat after me. I reaffirm my allegiance to the three promises of the Scout Oath. I thoughtfully recognize and take upon myself the obligations and responsibilities of the rank of Eagle Scout. I will do my best to make my rank and influence count strongly for better citizenship by training and by example in my troop, in my church, in my community, and in my contacts with other people. To this I pledge my word of honor as a Scout. Thank you. Stay standing. By the authority vested in this court by the National Council, Boy Scouts of America, and by the recommendation of the various persons who have investigated your credentials, your leadership practices, and your character, this court hereby conveys the rank of Eagle to Brady Fendt and Thomas Wilkinson. You may all be seated. Thank you. I would like to bring Scoutmaster Matt Benasiak back on stage.
I only do this once every 6 months, so I forget it like after the first month. We should do one a month. Would that be great? Troop 33's newest Eagle Scouts would like to say a few words. I'm going to come up for this. What, depends? I don't know where that's at. I might have said it. So we need to put those pins on. Dad, let's come back up. That happened last time we had to even put a wire in this script. Okay. Which one of you would like to come first? Do the speaker pair? Brady?
Well, good evening. I want to thank you all for coming. I just have a brief few things to say. I'd also like to hand out some mentor pins as well. And I'll give a brief description of my scouting experience along with it. So if I could please have Garrett Wilkinson come up, please. Yes, we've got one more thing to do. So, I give my first mentor pin to Garrett Wilkinson, and thank you for his constant, tolerance would be the word, of me over the past 12 years of scouting experience. His knowledge and his guidance over my scouting experience will be kept in my heart forever, and I appreciate his guidance and the occasional, knowing when to treat me well. And I will want to say that there was no blood spilled in that one this time. I would like my next mentor pin and my final one to go to my father, Paul Fendt. Please come forward. So this is one anecdote I'd like to share with you is one of my favorite memories of all scouting and all outdoors was this backpacking trip that I had in 3rd grade. I believe I had to skip out on a class period once or twice. Yeah, just once. The talking to I got from Mrs. Andrade was scalding, but it was well worth it because we came back after this backpacking trip that was a little excruciating, and it was very scary for this lowly 3rd grader who never carried more than 10 pounds in a backpack, and I was carrying 20 up a very steep hill. And it was quite the experience, but I have my dad who would very patiently make every stop along the way, would cater towards every little distraction that this squirrel brain had. And when we finally got to the top, it was very rewarding, and that would forever be one of my favorite backpacking trips that I had ever experienced in scouting. And my dad, thank you for that. So thank you for teaching me With that, I've already talked too long. Thomas Wilkinson.